Outdoor Moxie. Today I'm going to go check some trail cameras. I got one of them that isn't working properly, so I need to go old school style and get on foot and hump it over and check it out. So we'll see. We got still probably a foot of snow on the ground today, so we'll see how much I get done. So here's to it. Now the snow is melting a little bit from this sun. It's still cold, but it's starting to melt a little bit. We had about 15 inches of snow on the ground, which made pheasant hunting really hard with the dog last week. But looks like there's some other tracks of maybe a coyote or something. I don't think anybody else's dog would be out here. Well, if I didn't mention it yet, hiking through this snow sucks. Still a good foot, 10 to 12 inches at least on the ground. So I'm hoping when I break into the woods here, maybe there won't be as much. You can definitely see a lot of deer tracks out through here. Like I said, I think some coyote tracks were all over following the deer tracks too. But boy, hope it's better on the way back. This sucks. So you can tell the trail is somewhat cleared out. You can see these big limbs we cut off. We're here in Iowa and had that derecho storm come through here earlier in the fall. And summer, fall, I don't remember when that was, but we had a ton of tree damage. It's hard to tell on this trail because we've gone through and cleared it out, but you can see coming up here are some really big trees that fell across the trail. And it just takes a lot of time to get those cleaned up. There's a lot of us hoping get all this stuff cleaned up, but gosh, there's some areas that were hit even harder than us. And we were hit pretty hard. But you can see some of this damage here. And we just kind of cut it up and moved it out of the way. But still, a lot of work to be done. A lot of trees still leaning. They refer to some of those as widow makers. And we still got a lot of work to do. Boy, I really don't want to go down this hill because I know I'm going to have to go up. But if I don't go down, I can't get to the cameras, check them out, see what's going on. Even these small hills traipsing around in the snow reminds me of being out in Colorado elk hunting. And I remember one year we went to bed and it was raining. We woke up in the morning and there was 15 inches of snow on the ground, and that was tough traipsing out there. You can imagine in the elevation, and the hills here are nothing compared to the mountains out there. But I actually use the shooting stick as a walker, kind of a walking stick to help walk, and boy, it makes it a whole lot better. But it's still, even in the snow, it's kind of vibrating and stuff because it's moving. So you still just got to be extremely careful. But what's nice about this snow is I can definitely see where the deer are coming in and out of. I can see, fresh tracks, old tracks, kind of get an idea of where they're moving. And that's really all I'm trying to do is, pattern these deer so I can get a better understanding of their behaviors. And we don't necessarily just, hunt to shoot anything. We really try to manage the deer, and we want healthy herds, and so we may take out some of the deer that, aren't showing a lot of good genes, especially some of those bucks that, for whatever reason, they just didn't get the good genes, and so we'll try to take some of those out of the herd. And, it's hard to do, but we'll pass on deer. Deer that a lot of people would probably shoot, we pass on them so they can grow another year or two, hopefully make it through. I got 2 back in through here that, here's definitely one of those highways that I knew they were coming through here before the snow, but this verifies it. But I have 2 deer coming through here, 2 bucks, and definitely if we let them go this year, next year should be a fun year. So we'll see how that goes. We're right next to a wildlife refuge, so there's no hunting or trapping. So what's good about that is there shouldn't be a whole lot of pressure in that area, and there's a lot of acres. So hopefully those deer will make it through, and we'll see them again next year. But ever since this snow came, and the last, I guess it would have been the second shotgun season and the late muzzleloader season, I have not seen these 2 deer on camera. So I don't know. I'm assuming they made it through. I haven't heard from anybody around the area that they got, nice bucks this year. So I don't know. I guess we'll just kind of have to wait and see if we start seeing them on camera or not. Kind of a strange thing. The night it's snowing, we already had probably 10 or 12 inches on the snow on the ground. And I caught a guy on camera. He was all bundled up. He was walking across the camera. And then a little bit later, he was walking back. And he was all bundled up. It's just really odd that somebody was walking out here, because there were tracks in, but there were no tracks out. So I don't know. I see some footprints in here now, but I don't know. Yeah, so I got one camera down in there, And I think, I'll take a quick look here. Definitely some tracks through here. Yeah, everything seems to be looking good. So some of you may be wondering, why is it a big deal to check these trail cameras? Well, a few years ago, I got 3 cameras that actually send all the pictures to my phone. And I've got this one camera that I need to check on because I'm not getting any pictures at all, which is really odd. So, kind of see what's going on there. This whole area right in here, I'm gonna make into a food plot next year, I think, and get a new tower blind up. But yeah, you can kind of see that's where that guy was walking. He went to there and then he came back. But we'll check that out. Yeah, there's definite tracks that went right by my camera, so there's no reason we shouldn't be getting pictures. So yeah, I mean, these went right by the camera, so it's still on here. I'm gonna check it out. So there's a setting that lets you send it to your phone, and it was on, but the number of pictures to send was set at 0. So that's weird. And I looked at the SD card and it says it's full, so it's got pictures. So I'm gonna have to pop this card out and take it home and let this camera sit in the off position. And I'll have to, I knew I should have brought another card with me. That's a big mistake. So this is kind of the honey hole down here. Got deer moving all over the place, and like I said, I want to clean this up a little bit in the spring and get a food plot in here and maybe get a tower blind kind of over in here. Let the kids get out here, do some bow hunting, and you can probably sit in it too, just do some bird watching. There's a lot of different species of birds out here. Huge trees, but there's water down there to the south, and there's fields, grain fields, to the east there, and then just a whole lot of timber. So it's a lot of cover, a lot of food, a lot of water. Great place for them. Like I said, low pressure from that hunting refuge. So a wildlife refuge, so they can't be hunting in there. So all good stuff. So I think I'm gonna head out to the north. Funny how little sounds, you think you hear a deer or something, kind of like when you're, in the tree stand or the blind. Every little sound you make sounds like it could be a deer. But it's not. A lot of good clear trail we've done out here. And we've got some sugar beets and radishes planted up here. Boy, there's a big traffic highway right there, right by that big tree there. I have to remember that. But again, we're out here to just enjoy the outdoors and everything that it has to offer. Just kind of makes you feel better being outside. You know, I wonder if I should get the tractor and the backhoe, kind of clear off these trails a bit. I don't know, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Maybe I should just leave it hard walking, huh? If I cleared it out with the backhoe, it'd be a little bit easier walking right now, at least on these paths. And when you get off the paths, there's another big highway right there. A lot of mash down. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of deer around. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. A lot of wildlife. So snow isn't as deep in here, but still makes for heavy stomping around. You know, just hard to do when you're not used to it. The other day I went pheasant hunting, and we did one hunt. We're like, we're taking the dog home. We're gonna do road hunting the rest of the time. Boy, my hamstrings, calves were so tired and sore for about a day because of the heavy snow we were traipsing through. There were some spots that had gone up well over my knee. It just kind of drifted or whatever. Just up and down. It's really would be good training for Colorado. Except you can't get the elevation aspect, but certainly can get the up and down. Yeah. Come out over there by the pond and I'm gonna be out of the woods and head back. But well, I got back to the house and there were only 4 photos on that storage card and 1 video, and so I'm not sure what's going on with that camera, so I have to look into it. Probably have to get back out there later in the week, but certainly it was good to get out there today for a little bit of hiking. I wish the snow wasn't as deep, but you know, feel free to subscribe to the channel. We'd certainly like you to not miss out on any future videos, and we'll see you next time on Outdoor Moxie.